Last night, I saw Liam Neeson in the Naked Gun reboot, and I am still in utter disbelief. Welcome to Movie World Plus, the place we talk movies. I'm Andy Signore, and before I get to my review, I have to preface, I am a huge spoof movie fan. I love Airplane. I love the Zucker brothers, Jim Abrahams. It is one of the films that raised me as I was growing up. And it wasn't just Airplane. Airplane is one of my favorite films of all time, but it was also Kentucky Fried Movie, Top Secret, Police Squad, Naked Gun, and it's a whole trilogy. I have it on every medium you can think of. And then the film's Hot Shots Part 2, which Jim Abrahams went on to make along with Pat Proft. And then even Loaded Weapon. It was a parody of Lethal Weapon. I enjoyed it. And then High School High, it started to lose me a little bit with John Lovitz. And then Scary Movie brought it back for a little bit. But then, man, there were two individuals that got involved in Scary Movie, and then they kept on going, and I'm talking about Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer, who killed the spoof genre with Super Fast and the terrible Scary Movie sequels and Date Movie, Vampires Suck, Epic Movie, Meet the Spartans, Disaster Movie, The Starving Games. These movies are literally rated 1 and 2 and 3 on IMDb. They're just impressions. They stopped making funny spoof movies. Those two in particular destroyed the genre. And it's a genre that I loved as a kid. So when I heard that Liam Neeson was coming back to do The Naked Gun, I was worried. But I also saw Extras with Ricky Gervais. I was like, he's actually really funny. If you've never seen that clip from Extras, go watch it. Total straight man, pulls it off. It's hilarious. And that's really what Leslie Nielsen was coming into Airplane and Police Squad anyway, sort of a disaster movie actor, serious actor coming in to play this silly, over-the-top character. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. Liam Neeson, maybe this could all work. And then I started seeing the marketing, and I was actually laughing at the marketing. I was like, this is actually pretty funny. The OJ joke at the trailer and this scene, them all crying over their dead fathers. It was a brilliant way to sort of pay homage, but also make a joke. And even the opening, which a lot of people were trying to find excuses to be silly, it's like, all right, this is now making fun of the updated action tropes and Liam Neeson tropes. Look, I went in optimistic is what I will say. And I am so pleased to tell you, they pulled it off. They absolutely effing pulled it off. I smiled the entire time in this movie. I just did a whole review and everyone's mad at me because I said Happy Gilmore 2 is the best. Whoa, I should have waited because Naked Gun trumps Happy Gilmore 2 by like miles and bounds. This movie is the funniest movie not of the year, but I can't even think of when's the last good comedy? Remind me in the comments. There's a brilliant ad that they're putting out there with Liam Neeson, like, if you'd like to save comedy in movie theaters, make sure you buy a ticket to Naked Gun. But it's true. Like they show old clips of like Beverly Hills Cop and even like Anchorman and Wedding Crashers. And it's like, they don't make comedies anymore. The studios don't want to risk it because not every comedy hits. And then there's no real big comedy stars. Like when's the last Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy movie? Or who's the next big comedy star that we want to go see a movie with? Zach Galifianakis has dropped out. There aren't anymore. And it makes me sad because that's a genre I love. We need more comedies. They're bringing back Meet the Parents now. They're tapping all these Happy Gilmore, etc. Excuse me. So look, it doesn't always work. Don't mind me. I know it doesn't always work, but I'm so happy to report Naked Gun absolutely works. The audience was laughing so hard in my screening that I missed jokes. That is like the highest compliment I can give. When the crowd we're all laughing so much, like, what did he say? What? And it made me want to go back and watch it again. Sorry, I'm coming over a cold. There are jokes on jokes in this movie. There are laugh out loud gags that they do, committed segments in it that you're just like, that make it its own. Oh my God, there's a whole section. I don't want to spoil it, but there's like a montage with Liam and Pamela Anderson that, get ready for it, where I was trying to get to the shot of them. It's not this scene in particular, but there is well, you can sort of guess what's going on there. There's another scene with these two where they sort of go off on a montage and fall in love. And it's hilarious. It goes to this place and it takes its own time and finds its own way. That I got to give this movie props. There's just so many little gags. I'll spoil one for you. Like throughout the entire movie, you'll start picking up. They're constantly carrying coffee. And then out of nowhere, someone's like, here's your coffee. And they'll just chuck the old coffee. It's like a total on point Naked Gun type of joke, but also putting it more updated in today's, high, investigative detectives always carrying the coffees. Thank you. Get the new one. There's just repeating gags, funny gags. Liam Neeson totally works. The whole cast really comes together. I'm trying not to spoil stuff, but I pulled some pictures from the Pamela Anderson totally works, playing the same Priscilla Presley vibes. There was such a nice chemistry between Leslie Nielsen and Priscilla Presley in the originals, between Frank and Jane, and they absolutely pull off a wonderful chemistry. And he's dumb. Like it's one of the problems with the sequels of Naked Gun. He's so dumb. It's just, you have to be on for it. And I love it. I love it for it. But this one, yes, he's still very dumb, but also like kind of good at his job a little bit more, which works because he's Liam Neeson. It's Taken. And so the movie definitely embraces the fact that, yeah, he can beat people up because he's a good cop. He's Liam Neeson, knows how to beat people up. And so they do some really funny gags with that. There are some like John Wickian style moments of throwdowns and like sight gags. There's a really funny bit. Again, it's not as funny coming from me, but I'm just telling you, it's making me laugh. Like in the beginning trailer that you've seen, they saved a gag. I mean, there's so many gags. I can't ruin this movie. There's tons of gags. It's not like you can ruin this movie. But as he's like fighting the people in the bank, he'll just grab the gun and just rip it with his hands. And it's just such a silly, simple thing that in the high choreography of the fight sequence, to see like the John Wick action, and then he literally just like grabs the gun and just, it's funny. It plays funny. It plays like a Naked Gun movie, but it looks a little bit more serious and in the tone of today's movies, which why it works even more. Danny Houston plays the bad guy. The literally opening joke is, them kidnapping a little microchip that literally says plot device. So the whole movie is parodying at the best at the levels. The sight gags are so on point. Liam Neeson absolutely delivers. And I am so full of cough. Sorry. I'm so happy to announce that as a fan of the original, literally, I love these movies. This movie is fantastic. I will dare say, and I told my buddy Sam as we were leaving, I think I like this better than part 2 and maybe even part 3 of The Naked Gun, which I rewatched more recently. It's still, Naked Gun is the tops, and Police Squad I put in its own real. Police Squad, if you've never watched the series that Naked Gun is based on from the files of Police Squad, highly recommend you check it out. It's very funny. But I think I would give this one, this jumped up the list to the number 2 favorite Naked Gun movie for me. And I would absolutely come back for sequel. I think they open up the tone. There's still enough they could do. Akiva Schaffer, bravo, from The Lonely Island. He did the Rescue Rangers movie on Disney Plus, which you guys have never seen. It's very funny. It's a kids movie, Disney movie, etc. But not enough people, I think, watched it. And you can sense the tone right there. It does really work. He also did MacGruber, which is, very sets up to this. I love that skit, and I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather still, so I'm not pulling Will Forte, is who I was trying to draw. It's really well done. And Pop Star, it was another one that they did. The Lonely Island's been out there trying to get the spoof genre back into the movies, and I'm happy to announce that after all the work that he's done, Akiva stepped it up and delivered a fantastically directed and written, funny. This is the movie you need to see in theaters. I'll say it. You got to go and just laugh along with the crowd, turn your brain off, get some popcorn, have some fun. To me, I will say it, this is the movie of the summer. I mean it. I had the most fun in this movie that I've had, and I can't even remember when. This was such a blast to have. Make sure you don't miss it. Go support movies in the theaters. Go support the common experience, and go have some laughs. If you're a Naked Gun fan, have faith. Go in. Give it. What I loved about it is it's funny. It goes there. It has the tone of Naked Gun, but it also makes it its own in a way. It doesn't just completely steal all the gags. Bravo to everyone involved. You did it. There's even a nod to Leslie Nielsen a couple times, and one specifically you'll get. I think you did make them all proud. I know Zuckers are out there upset because they didn't get their movie done. They shouldn't be upset. This movie was funny. I will admit it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already here to the movie channel. Hit that bell for alerts. Smash the like and stay tuned for more here on Movie World Plus. Also, check out my Airplane video. I did a whole breakdown on Airplane. It's awesome. It's right there in the left. Click on it. Why is it so funny? I tell ya.